This is Charlie Vázquez interviewing my collaborator, the very talented Caleb Acevedo.
Thank you.
And while we're here, I wanted to take advantage of this time to produce some video to share. Working on this book was a lot of fun for me, and collaborations can vary. Sometimes a good idea doesn't exactly work out, but I'm really happy and proud with what we came up with. So I've got a few questions for you, and I thought this would be a cool way for people to learn about what we do and to talk a little bit about the book without having to read from it, which we'll do a little later. So were you happy with the outcome of the book as it was published?
Yes, it was brilliant. I did not know that the book was going to be so beautiful in such a raw way, and I'm quite happy with the results.
I as well. I'm very proud. Originally, we had the idea to work on it as a bilingual collection of poetry, based on the same theme that we wound up publishing it in. It's published completely in English, with a few foreign language words sprinkled in here and there for effect. It was your choice to proceed with just the English pieces and not the Spanish, and to not translate the English to Spanish. What made you want to write and publish this book just in English?
Well, it's quite simple, actually. I thought that the book was already quite inclusive in how we were managing the voices of the book. I did not want it to be all over the map, and it's quite easy to become too ambitious when creating a book of this caliber, and I simply wanted to take a little bit of rein in it and just be careful about the audience of the book, and just take them into account. Not everybody who reads this book knows Spanish. No, sorry. And well, I just wanted it to be a little bit more controlled. I thought that translating the poems and publishing them within the book was also not going to be cost effective. I mean, we're talking about poetry here. So
and one final question, were there any surprises that occurred during the process of the writing and publishing, and the refining of the poetry and of the sequencing of the poetry? I gave you a lot of freedom with that and really trusted your instinct, based on things that you've testimonies that you've confessed to in the book regarding the period of your life when you were working as a street hustler in San Juan. So were there any surprises during the process, writing this very personal stuff from your point of view, and if so, what were they, or what was one?
I can actually talk about 2 or 3 surprises. First of all, I didn't know I could remember that much about my life as a hustler. Some things I have come to think that I blocked because they were too painful. Like, for example, my Kiev poem. I had completely forgotten about Kiev, and he was a friend of mine. Like really. Also, I was also given the finishing touches to Diario de una puta humilde, and which basically deals with more or less the same subject. Diario de una puta humilde even has 3 chapters that are called HUSTER RAVE, but not HUSTER RAVE XXX poetry of the eternal survivor. No. And another surprise was also how I was able to add some of the stories that didn't make it into Diario add them here in HUSTER RAVE XXX. And another surprise was how well we were able to combine our forces here. I remember that at the beginning I wrote the poem and you looked at it and you reacted like writing another poem, and then we kept doing that. But there was a point in which I just couldn't wait for you. Desperate me. And I remember that I just wrote like 10 poems in one go, and then you followed suit, and it was marvelous to see how well they penetrated and how well they worked together, even when we were no longer passing poems from one side to the other. And that really surprised me. I did not know I could work so well with a person I had barely known or met. And this project really blew my mind in that way, and I'm happy for it, and I thank you for it.
And so are we, me and all of my personalities. Okay, thank you, David, and we'll catch up with you in a little while. We're going to do some more video, and hopefully we can continue these adventures in New York and San Juan where we reside.
Yay.
Over and out.